rotate the elbow pits forwards and backwards. This is just going to improve your shoulder external rotation, and if you really want to feel what's going on here, you should be feeling the lats engaging here as well. Okay, so you're going to do this for anywhere from 10 to 20 reps. Here is going to be a good place to start. And with all of these movements, the harder it feels on your wrists, it means that you need to load your hands less. So that will mean sitting your weight back more and executing this movement. So now most of my body weight is on my hips as opposed to my shoulders. When I bring my hands out further from my body, from my hips, there's more pressure through my wrists. So that's the first one. Then from there, we're going to go into heel of hand raises. So wrist pulses. And again, we're going to go for 10 to 20 of these. Again, looking from the front view, you can see roughly 10 to 20, keeping the fingers in contact with the ground is really important here as well. So if you're very stiff through the wrists, then you might have to lift everything, but ideally you're going to keep the fingers all the way up to the knuckle in contact, and that's going to really stretch the hands a lot more. So after 10 to 20 of those, you're going to point your fingers away from each other, and then we're going side to side here as well. So side to side, like so. And again, roughly 10 to 20. Really just getting a good stretch here. You want to make sure that the shoulders are away from the ears. And then we're moving to your fingers back towards your knees. So again, you know, best case scenario, you're able to just jump in at this level. But like I said earlier, you want to actually bring the hands back closer to your body, to your knees, to make it less intense. So this is going to be much more intense on my wrists. This is going to be much less intense. And a lot of people, even this is too much at the start. So I recommend you start by one arm at a time. So you're supporting yourself with this arm, and then this other arm you're moving back. If you're very, very restricted in this area, you can start with the hand back past the knee, which is completely fine. Over time, as the muscles, ligaments, tendons in your wrists and elbows, forearms all start opening up, you can start progressing and then eventually to both arms. Okay, so the last one we're going to do, it's kind of like the first one with the elbow pits forwards, except now we're going to go on the back of the hand. And this is a fantastic movement for opening up the wrists and forearms. Really good for the false grip and the muscle up as well. And like I outlined before, if that's too intense with two arms here, which it will be for a lot of you, even just the motor control is difficult at the start, then you can support yourself with one arm, and you can even bring it back here if it's very, very tight through the forearms. So each movement for about 10 to 20 reps. And the more frequently you do this, the better it's going to be. So daily, multiple times a day is going to give you more strength and mobility through your wrists.